A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, a guy named George Lucas got an idea for a story filled with epic-looking weapons, interesting characters, and lots of interstellar action. Once he shared his idea with the world, everyone seemed to fall in love with it, and here we are today, talking about one of the latest miracles produced by an infinite Star Wars world. Who knows how the world would look like without the Star Wars franchise, but luckily for us, we don't have to deal with such a boring world, as today we are discussing one of the highest earning LEGO Star Wars video games ever made, the Skywalker Saga. In case you are new to the channel, welcome aboard, and in case you have already watched some of my videos, I'm happy to see you're still on the right side of the force. All jokes aside, let's dive straight in and check out how is LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga doing so far. Released back in April 2022, the game went on to make a massive impact in the whole Star Wars community, reaching heights like no other video game title derived from the famous movie series. Within the first 2 weeks from release, the Skywalker Saga went on to sell more than 3.2 million units worldwide, breaking all of the previous financial records. At the time, it was referred to as not just the biggest Star Wars game launch, but the biggest one among all LEGO video game adaptations ever made. The public accepted it with open arms, and the reviews were nothing short of amazing. Significant adjustments have been made compared with earlier versions. You may now aim from a third-person perspective with the camera virtually constantly behind the hero you are controlling. The greatly enhanced aiming made blaster or lightsaber attacks feel better than before. One of the main factors that had to do with the title's grand success was that it came along with multiple key features that allowed players to explore the infinite Star Wars universe and experience the lightsaber wielding firsthand. The whole saga could be explored in any order, meaning that players could choose any movie storyline without having to follow the chronological order, with an absolute freedom to roam around the galaxy. If you like the character of Queen Padme Amidala, you could visit her home planet Naboo and get some insight of her childhood and the environment she grew up in. Or if you wanted to see where one of the most epic lightsaber duels took place, traveling all the way to Mustafar was also made available by the game developers. On top of that, the humoristic adaptations of some of the most iconic Star Wars moments were something that made the game even more enjoyable for the fans. One thing's for sure, if you are able to make Darth Vader seem funny, you are doing something right. Speaking of the numbers, as time went on, the game caught more and more popularity. Only 4 months after the game's release, the total number of the Skywalker Saga players exceeded 5 million, which is crazy to comprehend considering that even some of the biggest mainstream PC titles at the time struggled to reach those stats. As of November 2022, there was indeed a big drop in terms of the numbers of players, but despite that, there are still plenty of people roaming around the galaxy with their lightsabers on. The Skywalker Saga peak point was a couple of weeks after the release, with almost 90,000 active players at one moment. Today, those numbers are much lower, but that does not take away from the fact that you can still log in and have an amazing time playing as Master Yoda, Anakin Skywalker, Obi-Wan Kenobi, or any other of the 400 playable characters. Since the release of the Skywalker Saga, fans of the Star Wars franchise have been clamoring for more, especially with reference to the characters in the upcoming Disney Plus films and animated series. To coincide with the holiday season, TT Games will make hundreds of new characters available for purchase as downloadable DLC. Fortunately for all the fans, TT Games does not plan on quitting the Skywalker Saga, and nor should they. Just over a month ago, the publisher released an update which includes lots of new features, bug fixes, and additional game packs. Given that multiple Disney Plus episodes have featured both new and recurring characters who require LEGO presentation, the new character collection is a welcome addition to the Skywalker Saga. Character Collection 2 will be the game's second and most likely less significant update for the Skywalker Saga. Several flagships were introduced to the title shortly after, character debut for further space combat and purchase. The inclusion of characters from well-known animated series and this year's live-action shows enriches the environment greatly, and just a couple of days ago, November 15 to be exact, 2 new packs have been released, meaning that our beloved game is not going anywhere. Obi-Wan Kenobi and Rebels pack will keep you busy until the November 29, when the Book of Boba Fett and the Andor's pack are expected to come as well. If you decide to go with the Rebels pack first, you will get introduced to one of the best DLC characters out there, Sabine. Her latest design was inspired by the appearance in Season 3, and her exterior is pretty much based on other female characters, but she's actually not a part of the hero section but a bounty hunter. Maybe the biggest letdown when it comes to Sabine is the fact that she does not come with a jetpack. However, compared to Captain Rex, Sabine's rate of fire is way faster with both blasters, giving her a huge damage boost in a single trigger pull. But that's enough bragging about Sabine. If you want to test her new abilities, go and get yourself the Rebels pack right after this video. Regarding the Obi-Wan Kenobi pack, the first thing that pops to mind is that it comes with a brand new Obi-Wan skin. Of course, the other heroes from this pack as well are equipped with new skins, but you have to get it and see them for yourselves, as we will be only covering the legend himself. The big plus that will make a lot of fans happy are the new voice lines interactions with characters like Anakin, for example. Compared with the Rebels pack that does not include any voice lines, this seems like a pretty big deal, and it is still not obvious why did the publisher decide not to put any of them in the Rebels pack, considering they would bring so much more attention to it. Speaking of attention, the Star Wars LEGO community faces a problem that at least has one positive side. Yes, the number of players has decreased a lot since the original release, but the remaining ones feel much more connected since the tribe got smaller. However, nobody should be quick to jump to conclusions, since there's always a possibility of an extension that could make a huge boom and get the players coming back in masses. Regardless of your preference for Legos, Star Wars, or video games in general, LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga should be played again in 2022. It is unbelievable how much content is packed into one single game. You will never feel like going through a level was a waste of time because the puzzles are neither too challenging nor too simple to accomplish. The Orange and Blue Protocol droid H1NT will give you advice on your adventure even if you find yourself stuck in a particular location or just need general aid with the game. The bottom line is, if you have any doubts about playing LEGO Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, you should eradicate it as soon as possible and hop on in because it is definitely worthy of your time. The heroes, the environment, the weapons, and the quests, all of those contribute to a perfect experience of our favorite Star Wars universe. Let me know what you think about the current status of the game in the comments below, and in case you enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button so I can provide you with more amazing content just like this in the future. Until then, this is TheViperian signing off. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay awesome.